Hey, what's going on? If you want to get a complete system that makes melting fat easy and is 100% automated, then I want you to go to the link that's on the bottom of your page right now. YouTube doesn't let me make that link clickable, so you're actually gonna have to type it into your browser, or I also put the copy of the link in the description, so you can click on that or type it into your browser. Alright, for now, enjoy the video, and after you're done with this video, make sure to go to that link to get a complete fat melting system.
And some of the common little sticking points that really give you that huge fall are really simple to stop as well. One is water, two is the bread, and three is peer pressure in your friends. And they're very easy. And the first thing that happens when you go to a restaurant, the first thing you usually order is your drink. And it should be water from now on. And we said a little earlier, Alex said you can choose between a cocktail, a dessert, or an appetizer. That's fine. But 99% of the time, you want to order water. It's going to be a lot better for you, and it's going to save you money in the long run. On top of that, you want to deal with the bread. Now, when you're going out to dinner, most of the time you go to a little or fancier restaurant, they're going to bring you bread. And it's very easy to stop this. All you do is when the waiter comes or the waitress comes and asks you for your drinks, you tell them, leave the bread in the kitchen. We don't need that. Because that bread's there, you're gonna eat it eventually, and you're gonna keep on snacking and snacking, and before you know, the whole basket's gone. So we don't want to do that, and these are very simple things to cut, 400 or 500 calories out of your meal, and you're gonna still trim down on that belly fat.
Yeah, and the next common thing that really messes people up is dealing with peer pressure, right? So you'll go out and you got this new lifestyle you're doing, and maybe the friends you're going out with are ordering beers and they're ordering all these fried appetizers, and maybe they'll comment on what you order, and you got to ask yourself, is it worth a little bit of them cracking a joke on you? Is that worth dying fat, or dying without getting the body that you want, or feeling like shit, you're like complete shit in 30 minutes to an hour? So you gotta decide, is this little ridicule worth? Kind of as an experiment, anybody that really makes fun of how you're eating, kind of look at their body and see if you want to adopt their mindset and their eating habits. If they have a body that you love, most likely they're not going to be ordering all kinds of crazy fried foods and beers and things that are going to make them feel crappy in 30 minutes. So something I like to do is those people that make fun of me when I'm ordering my water and my vegetables and my healthy lean proteins, is I watch how they feel when we're leaving the restaurant. They're usually going to be very quiet, going to look very tired, and they're going to go home and take a nap, while I'm feeling great, ready to do whatever it is I want to do. So remember to not focus on that moment. Think 30 minutes ahead. How are they going to feel 30 minutes from now compared to me when I do follow this program and this lifestyle and I feel great?
And even in the future too, how you're going to feel in 1 year, 2 months, 3 months, and 2 weeks, with your six-pack, and how they're going to feel not with their six-pack that they say they don't really want, but the reason they're saying that is because they don't feel like they can get it, and now you have the tools to do it.
Yeah, and when you're ordering, do exactly that. Like maybe the food that you're ordering on taste is maybe a 7 or an 8 instead of a 10, but also measure how it's going to make you feel from 7 to 10 when you're walking out of the restaurant, and then a week from now, a month from now, a year from now, where you're going to be. So yeah, the food, you can order something that's a 10 in that moment for those 5 minutes while you're eating it, but then your insulin spikes, all the blood goes through your stomach to digest, and you have to go take a nap. You get a shot with a tranquilizer dart, and you're about to go take a nap. You're about to go into serious coma, where you can't even think clearly, you're dumb, you're slow, and you just have to go to sleep. There's no other way around it. You have to use all your resources now to digest instead of do whatever it is you want to do. So some simple tips and simple things to avoid. Now we're going to give you an actual ritual that you can practice when you go out to eat. And it starts off with, before you go out to eat, first things, obviously remember to have your snack 2.5 hours before. So if you're going out to eat with your friends or whoever at 9 p.m., make sure that you ate at 8:30. Before, so that you're not starving when you get there.
Exactly.
And honestly, you can, if you think, it depends where you're going, but if you eat, you gotta also, calculate the time for the food to come out. It's gonna take around 30 minutes to 40. So really your snack you should be having in, around an hour and a half to 2 hours before you go out to eat, to calculate for buffer for the time that the food's gonna come out in.
Hey, what's going on? If you're enjoying the video so far, do me a huge favor and click on the like button below. You'll get your good deed for the day out of the way. It helps me out a lot. Also, go ahead and subscribe and leave a comment. Something as simple as good video or I enjoyed the video. It really helps me out with YouTube. Alright, here's the rest of the video.
Yeah, and just like Alex said, you want to make sure you're staying with your snack. And again, we should never be starving. You should never go to a restaurant starving. You should never be starving, period. When you're starving, your emotions are going to get higher, and you're going to be more likely to order something bad or eat impulsively, and 5 minutes later be upset. So if you maybe miscalculate your time a little bit, and you start getting really hungry, remember we have all our techniques. We have our craving crusher technique. We have our 6-pack paper, and we're thinking the future, and we're not thinking in the present, and then 5 minutes later being disgusted with ourselves. So we never want to be starving, and for some reason that you are starving and you do your craving crusher, you always got that glass of water that you can pound down, and it's going to hold you over until your food or your appetizer gets to you.
Yeah, so first part of the ritual, make sure you have your snack ready, right? You have your snack about an hour and a half, 2 hours before, just to kind of buffer for the time the food's coming out. Second thing you want to do is whenever you get a chance, when you get to the restaurant, read your slip of paper. You should have it in your pocket on you at all times. Remind yourself of all the benefits you're going to get from this lifestyle upgrade, and how it's not just about getting a 6-pack, how it's going to influence and improve every year of your life. So get associated, make those pictures of everything you're going to gain instead of everything you're going to miss out on by not having a beer, not having this fried appetizer or whatever. So really focus on everything that you're going to get. Kind of become aware of all the pictures that you're making in your head, and make sure you're focusing on the pain of eating the fried food instead of the pain of not eating it. Remember, you're in complete control of those questions you ask and the focus you get. So what's next in the ritual? They went ahead and they looked over the craving crusher, they drank the water, and they went ahead and had the snack.
and so you've done all that, you've prepared, you've gotten yourself ready to get to the restaurant. Right now you're about to order, and the biggest and most important step whenever you're eating at a restaurant, no matter how fancy it is to be assertive. And that assertive covers everything that we've talked about earlier in this video, about your portion size, about the sides, what kind of sides you're going to get, how much. It goes over everything, what's going to be prepared with your meal, how your meal is going to be prepared, what's going to be on it. So assertive covers everything, and if you can just understand that again, they're serving you, you're not serving them, and they're giving you a service. You can be assertive as much as you want, in a polite way. I know some people get scared, it's like, I don't want them to get mad at me, or I don't want to spit in my food. You're polite, you're just asking simple questions, you're asking it in a nice way, and they're going to do it for you because they want to make you happy, and the restaurant wants your service again.
Really, one last tip I want to leave you with is, remember that these big franchise restaurants, they make all this money not because they're stupid, right? The menu is geared specifically to draw your eye to their most profit foods, which usually are the unhealthiest. They want to trigger you to get the desserts, so they have all these big pictures of desserts, and they'll even sometimes have it on the on a little corner here, they have the dessert menu, and just leave it out there. So know that they're trying to trigger those primal instincts, and be aware of that, and really reading the menu. Look over the subheads. Find the lean protein section, whatever it is. Skip all the pasta sections. Skip all those sections that are just full of carbs. And when you're reading the menu, sometimes now they even have the fit section and the low carb section, whatever. Just go straight there and read over that. Make your selection. Be assertive, like Jason just said, and avoid getting triggered by all those pictures. Remember that how you're going to feel in 30 minutes is more important than those 5 to 10 minutes of pleasure while you're eating this low quality food that's really their highest margins. Restaurants make most of their profit with the pastas, with the desserts, because they're so cheap to make, and they have a high margin. So avoid those at all costs. Make sure you do the bend but don't break. So you have a checklist with all these tips below. You'll create this ritual and start becoming more and more automatic as you go out. More often, you'll just become autopilot to order the water, to customize your order, to be assertive, and maybe you'll find 2 to 3 restaurants that you'll go to most of the time that you really enjoy, and you'll know everything that they have there, so you won't even have to think about it after a while. You'll just be able to get your healthy meals that you enjoy, and it'll become automatic.
Hey, real quick, one more thing before you go. I want to make sure you know that there is no correlation between how hard you work and how much fat you melt, or how much muscle you build. Alright? There's enough science, enough data out there that there's absolutely no correlation between hard work and results. Alright? There's a difference between movement and achievement. Alright, if you want to learn my best tips, what I call the 5% hacks that allow you to get maximum results, maximum fat loss, maximum lean muscle gain, I want you to go to the link that's on the bottom of this page, or you can click on the link in the description. Alright, you're going to get a complete system for melting fat in an intelligent and streamlined system. I'll see you there.